ahead and record this. So does anyone have any questions or anything that they want to say at all?
Regarding your email that you sent earlier for the PowerPoint, couldn't we just share on Zoom? Couldn't we bring up our PowerPoint and then share our screen and do our presentation that way?
We can.
Or do you prefer it on YouTube?
Well, that's actually up to you guys. Do you want to actually make a whole day where we give presentations live? We can do that. But I just figure since we're doing a lot of things virtually and we're kind of,
okay, so you're saying we could just record it on YouTube and then just share it with the class and then they go watch it. We don't have to do like a presentation.
That way everyone can, just like what we're doing with our lectures and everything like that. That way everyone can do this kind of stuff on their own time. And we don't have to be here at a set time, But if you guys prefer.
I got it.
I'm definitely down to set another day, schedule a Zoom meeting, and then we can go ahead and do that. But I just kind of feel like, if you would, I think it would be a lot easier if we can just allow people to watch the presentations on their own time. And, I'll do that too.
I agree. I like your original idea. I think I just misunderstood.
Okay.
Misunderstood what you were doing. So yeah, that works perfect.
Okay. Wonderful. If anyone has it, if majority of the class does object to this idea, then yeah, we'll definitely go ahead and make an actual day of it. But I'm seeing a couple of people saying that they do want to record.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So far I think that most people want to record, so most likely we'll just record our things. So I hope you guys watched the video that I sent over today about how to do that. Do we have any questions on how to make that happen? And also, if is anyone not able to do that? Like, do we all, for the most part, have PowerPoint or some way for you to go ahead and record your presentation? I'm also down if you guys don't have to do PowerPoint, but that's just how I did it. You guys can get creative and do something else for your presentations as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be what I did, but so as of now, we're going to record our presentations, correct? Everyone's on board with that, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me check. This is definitely recording. Do we have any other questions? Maybe about the material or anything at all? Okay, well today the midterm does open up. So today's midterm day. You guys are gonna have until the 12th, okay, to complete it. So you guys have 5 days or so, 5-6 days, to get that done. And it's going to be 40 questions, okay? 40 questions that are multiple choice, true, false, probably pretty much a whole lot like the quizzes that you have already been taking. So you should hopefully be used to like the flow and how things work. A lot of the questions, just like how they have been in the past with the quizzes and the Kahoots that we do on our review day, a lot of them are going to be very similar, or even maybe a few questions will be exact. So same stuff, really, just more questions, just double the questions. That's really all it is. And then we will have an essay question at the end, which is going to be an extra credit question. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but if you want to get some more points, definitely go ahead and do that. So yeah, today, midterm day, we're reviewing everything. We have a Kahoot ready. I think the Kahoot is about 38 questions or so. So it should take probably a good, 30 to 40 minutes, maybe more, for us to complete that today. So If we don't have any more issues or anything like that, do you guys want to go ahead and get started? Are we ready to start the review?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. And we are going to start reviewing. And we're going to do this in the same way that we always do it. So you guys should know the drill by now, but man, this thing is taking a while. But yeah, go ahead and use your ID numbers as your nickname when it asks you to do so. And that's pretty much it. We'll give extra credit to the top 8, okay? So good luck, everybody. And let's get started. Couple more people. I think we have maybe one more. Maybe not. Okay, well, we are gonna get started. All right, everybody. Okay. All right. Very good, everybody. Good job. All right. Okay. You guys, marriage supposedly, I mean, there's evidence that supports this, that companionship, especially in old age, is really good for old adults. Okay, it helps them live longer, helps them stay stronger and healthier, and overall increases their overall wellness. So marriage is not detrimental to older adults. By that, just knowing that. So Medicare and Social Security were actually created to help make older adults less financially vulnerable. Okay, so Social Security is there to help supplement their income, because prior to Social Security and Medicare being implemented, there was nothing. Okay, so older adults didn't really have anything, and they relied heavily on family or whatever they could save up. So in the past, older adults were very, very poor. And now going forward, since we have been able to implement these public programs, they make older adults a lot less financially vulnerable. Social Security acts as like an income supplement, and Medicare is health insurance. Okay. Well, heck. Very good, everybody. Good job, guys. All right. Good job, everyone. All right. You guys are doing really good, by the way. Nice. Good job, everybody. I'm glad you got that one. Very good. Good job, everybody. Good one. Nice. Good job. How do you usually lift things? What's the proper way? Does anyone know?
Bend at the knees. You're supposed to bend at the knees.
Yeah, we're supposed to bend at the knees and avoid twisting our body. Of course, you don't want to twist your body in any kind of jerking motion. So low back pain is usually caused by bending the hips and knees and avoiding twisting the body. Well, that doesn't cause low back pain. We do that to avoid lower back pain, right?
I
Right?
can barely hear you, Professor.
I'm sorry?
We could barely hear you. You're cutting off.
Okay,
It sounds like your connection isn't exactly current.
really?
Yeah, it's a little off.
Okay. Well, basically, by lifting the wrong way, right? Or the right way. Lower back pain would be caused by lifting objects the wrong way. Okay? So, this would be false just because this is not, if we lift objects by bending the hips, the knees, and we don't twist the body in any weird motions or anything like that. Wait, I'm sorry? Is it not coming?
Yeah, somewhere.
No, it's still really bad and you're lagging a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, let me hit this. These are. That makes sense? Yes?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just think it was a confusing question.
Okay. All right, well, there we go. Let's move on. Good. All right. Yay. All right, very good. All right, good job. Yes, it's the ninth leading cause of death in older adults. I think this is chapter, it's either 5 or 6. You'll find it in there when it talks about how frequently car accidents happen in older adults. All right. Very good. Now here's the last question. Wonderful. And let's do the report real quick. Okay, those are your top 8. So now you know if you should have extra credit. Do we have any questions? Anything? Okay, well. Okay, so I'm not really worried about you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys are all going to do really well on the midterm, clearly. So just remember you have about 5 days to take it. It will close on the 12th at midnight, so make sure you take it sometime before then. When you start the quiz, you have to take it in that sitting or it will force quit and you will not be able to take it again. You have 2 hours to take the midterm. And what else? Am I forgetting something? So anyway, we have about 1 week for our presentations, right? Yes. So if anyone has any questions or needs help with anything, please start contacting me now. I hope you guys know exactly how, I hope that video that I sent you guys helped so that you guys can go ahead and record your presentations. But, you know, we have 1 week before they're due. So I know you guys are going to do a good job. And if you guys actually need any kind of help with anything, you need to know how to do something or whatever, please start communicating with me so we can make sure that you are successful. Okay, so how long does the extra credit have to be? Is there a link to get points? There's no link to get points for the extra credit, but yes, please be thorough. For anything that you do say, make sure that you support it. So give support for anything that you have to say. Don't just make a statement. Explain why you think that, okay? Explain why that's an idea. Explain your logic there. So I hope that makes sense. With everything that you say, just make sure that you support everything. You guys are almost graduates, so you guys should know that you can never just say something, okay? From this point going forward, especially if you are going into grad school, but even now you guys are seniors, you're going to be graduates soon. So this, just saying, giving me a 1 word or just like a couple sentences or just saying one idea, it doesn't work. You know, I need to know, you need to explain yourself, basically. Okay, you can't just say things anymore. You have to explain your logic there. Or you can always, if you're quoting something or, you know, you got your information from anywhere else, because I know you guys are all using Google, right? Even in a test. So, you know, if you are going to quote someone, you know, make sure you go ahead and cite that as well. Okay, anything else? I apologize, not too much to ask, but is there a way we can find an extension of how station since we do have to record it is due the same day as a paper? I was thinking about that already, but I felt like a week is plenty of time. That's fine. I can give you guys until not necessarily next Thursday, but the Tuesday after. So we'll make it that, we can make it that day. That would be the latest, okay? So I don't know what day that is. Let me look at the calendar real quick. So next Thursday will be the 14th, and that's when it's supposedly due. And I said the Tuesday after that, so that would be the 19th. So that would be the day, okay, the 19th. That is the day that the presentations, the paper is still going to be due on the day that it's due though, okay? But yeah, okay, fine, we can extend the presentations to that point, especially since I guess you do have to kind of pass your videos around, your PowerPoints around to all your group members, so that's fine. So Tuesday the 19th by midnight, it needs to be, I'm going to put a link on Blackboard for you to be able to turn everything in. So you won't be emailing me your link to your presentation. You'll be copying, pasting that link into, well, actually, let me just see how it goes. And I'll let you guys know how it's gonna be turned in, if you guys can turn in links like that. If anything, if we have to resort to it, we're gonna use email. But I'll let you know, I guess, for sure, if it's gonna be email or if you're gonna turn it in to Blackboard using a link. And then also, how long do you want the presentations? Is there a time frame? Don't go over 15 minutes because I kind of feel like that's unnecessary. Usually when presentations go that far, it's going to be it's too much. So be very clear, thorough, but concise. Get to the point in your presentations. If you're just adding in a bunch of fillers, it doesn't add value when you just throw in stuff. Okay, so the things that you do put into your presentation, make sure that you're adding value to it. So really just make your presentation however long it has to be, but please do not go over 15. I think that's a good time limit. But if you have to go over 15, I understand. But if you do go over 15 minutes, just make sure that whatever you're throwing into your presentation isn't just a bunch of junk, okay? Make sure that, it makes sense and that it flows well. But also don't do it don't give me like a 3-minute presentation either, okay? It needs to be enough, okay, for everyone to, do their part and to be thorough about, the information that they're supposed to provide to everyone in this presentation. So I would say, I don't want to give you guys an exact time. That's the thing, because I don't want you guys to be thinking in terms of like time and I have to make a certain time, So I would rather just say, just make sure that you're thorough. You thoroughly explain your project, okay? And just make sure it's very clear, thorough. You said what you need to say, and you're not throwing in junk, and you're not cutting it too short. You're not, don't make it cheap either. So I would say a good amount of time, but it's going to be different for everyone, but you probably want to shoot for 10-ish. Okay, just to give you an idea of what it should be, but everyone's project is going to be a little bit different. Some of your projects are going to require you to do more, and some might require you can say what you need to say with less. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you guys. I hope you know what I mean. But let's just not focus on numbers. Okay, just provide me value. Thoroughly explain your project. Any other questions? Nope. You sure? Going once? Going twice? Oh, on the 14th. So the 14th, I think all that we were going to have to do that day was going to be the presentations, right? I don't think we have a quiz. Let me just check. Just real quick, just to be sure. Yeah, it was just the only reason why we had that there was just because of the presentations, and we decided we are not doing a Zoom meeting for the presentations. We are going to just record them. So because we're going to do that, we don't need to meet on the 14th. The next meeting that we will have is when we review for quiz 3. Okay. Yes, I thought I posted it. Maybe I posted it for another class, so I'll go ahead and check on Blackboard. There should be rubric, but if there isn't, I will give you rubric right now. Okay. So anything else? You guys good?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right then.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
All right, no problem. We'll see you guys next time. Good luck on all your presentations.
I don't know. I
and
feel like the fact
midterms.
it's like the
What was that? Did anything? I thought someone said something. No? Okay. Anyway, good luck with everything, guys, and we'll see you next time when we go over quiz 3. Okay, so that won't be for a few weeks. All right. Talk to you guys later. I'll go ahead and put this out there too.